There is something good about Adam Sandler that I just discovered recently. He's always typecast as this goofy guy in the comedy type movies. I'm not a big fan of comedies, by the way. But underneath that silliness, there is a lot of good things. Not just good, they're rare in the whole industry, if that makes sense. As I said, underneath the silliness, the goofiness, the craziness, even the funniness that it's not funny, I don't think it's funny. This is my personal opinion. I don't care what you think in a funny way, because if you look at it deep down, it's never funny. And in pretty much all his movies, there is always this strong emotional message. His movies are always about family, love, respect, redemption, growth, and so forth. And they are pretty much all family movies. You can sit down and watch them with your family. I mean, you can skip some kissing here and there, but on the most part, they are good, clean movies. You know what I'm saying? Take, for instance, Big Daddy, Uncut Gems, Hustle, The Wedding Singer. Click is an interesting movie too. I mean, the list is so long. So basically, he's always picked, hired, and cast as this funny, goofy clown to make you laugh. I don't see him as a clown, but of course, he's already in that specific box, labeled as the clown. If you insist as seeing him and labeling him as a clown, I would say he is a clown with an interest in soul. And obviously, I'm not going to be talking about his whole portfolio. I will only suggest this movie. Yes, Anger Management. It is one of the most underrated movies of Adam Sandler. Sadly. Yes, because the emotional depth in this specific movie is so unfathomable. I've never seen something like this before. I'm telling you, it is so underrated and is so underappreciated at the same time. On the surface level, let's say, it's a wild comedy where Jack Nicholson is doing Jack Nicholson thing, you know what I'm saying? And we have Adam Sandler trying to not lose it with him. But deep it down to the core, it's about things that usually people don't even think about talking about. It's about a lot of demons that most of people are not even willing to sit down and negotiate with them and face them. It's about childhood trauma and pushing the nice guy shell. Because of the childhood trauma, he had to come up with this persona of the nice guy because he cannot do confrontations. He just can't. Now, the therapy part of the movie, which was portrayed and sold as the funniest part of the movie, was absurd and unethical in many ways. But it was the only way to get Sandler to break the mold and the shell of the nice guy. So I personally see as the exposure therapy, if you will. There is also this beautiful true love story and worthiness. Nobody can love you until you love yourself. Nobody can choose you until you choose yourself and you show up for yourself. Moreover, the best part of the whole movie is about masculinity and emotions, specifically anger. Because the way men are raised and the way men in general socialize is always about hiding their anger underneath something that is fake. The nice guy, for instance, and the way societies in general are expecting men to just keep on going and hiding their own anger until they just go and explode because of too much pressure. You should be angry if your life is not going the way you want it. And you should be able to express it in a healthy way because at the end of the day, anger is part of growth. Behind the slapstick and the yelling, there is a man who is trying so hard to find his own voice, to be seen and heard, to feel safe, to feel enough to heal his childhood traumas. So if you think it's funny, it's not. Highly recommend. 10 out of 10. Happy healing, y'all.